What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Here on this Saturday, I was supposed to deliver this video on Friday, but this is Photo Friday, and if you don't know what that is, head over to my Instagram. After this video, head over to my Instagram. Next Wednesday, we're going to put 2 photos up, and you get to have a vote in making the next one show up next Friday. Or if we have another quarantine week and my kids are going crazy and I end up having to publish it on Saturday, it just happens that way. So anyway, I took this picture a few months ago, and I put this in the ringer along with the cinnamon picture. You'll see the top and the bottom here. And I let everyone pick which one they wanted. And it was like instantaneous. Everyone loves fajitas. Everyone loves fajitas. I get it. I get it. But that cinnamon roll shot would have been money too. The first thing you need in a shot like this is the meat. The meat I got from Cindy and Hal Stewart from the Stewart Ranch here in Texas. They're about an hour and a half from here, and they source their beef from their farm. And you can order it online from Cindy and Hal, and they'll deliver it to you if you're around the Dallas area, or they can ship it to you if you're in the Texas area. That right now, that's where their license is held. This is 100% Angus or Angus source cattle. It is absolute, like, I can assure you, after taking this picture, we devoured that beef fajita skirt steak. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. I'll drop a link in the description below. Now let's get to the shot. So for us to get this shot, and I'm going to show you how we came to this shot, but I first need to tell you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff. And here's a picture of kind of after the photo shoot. I did all of this in my outside studio. It can seem like a wreck in this photo, but what's really neat, and I don't know why there's this my light bar is in there. I don't know what that's doing there. But as you could tell, I had a tripod that has one of those angling arms that you can put a tripod head on and get like an angling, like a top-down view. I had that off to one side. I have my bottom tabletop. It was just like on a broken shelf that I have. I have half the shelf in here, and then I have half of that shelf out there. And I just put like a piece of wood, and then I put all this is like a roll, kind of like this. And I just roll it out. Yeah. I unroll it and I tape it down. Then I have over here on the left, you could see that I have in this softbox, I have through a Bones mount my 8200 Pro. So all you need for this shot is a light source, a way to get a top-down view, whether it be a tripod or you just get on a chair and you just click it like that. I've done that before, totally fine. But this allows you a little bit more control over your shot. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on that you don't see behind the scenes that like I have this tethered to my laptop. This is through the Remote app for the Sony series cameras. And all I'm doing is I'm capturing the picture, and then I have the picture go into a folder, and then that folder is watched by Lightroom, and it's automatically imported. And then boom, I can go into Lightroom and immediately see my result of that final photo, and then I can make any adjustments that I want and decide, is this the final photo that I want? So let's get to, I'm gonna run this really quick, and I'm just gonna do some voiceover stuff on this, like, I guess speed layout. Okay, so you can tell what I'm doing here is I'm getting everything laid out how I want. I'm messing with a few elements here. Literally, the only thing you really want to worry about is just balance. These types of photos, you'll want to create balance. However you do that, whether it's through the guacamole, like I have the salsa here, the beans and the rice, like you could tell that everything's just kind of has its own little cubby here. And what I really love about this is immediately I'm starting to notice that we need some more elements for a shot like this. If you just have just one plate, it can just look really bland. So I played around with adding another napkin. You can see I cut out some lime wedges because we have whole limes and we have a whole onion, and that's supposed to represent just some of what's in the guacamole, what's on underneath the meat. So, and I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add some salt, because salt, why not? In this last shot, you can see the fork like I start playing with the fork, there's a few shadows here. I'm gonna stop this. There's a few shadows that you can't really tell from, and this is where it's like I'm really sorry I didn't get a behind the scenes traditional like video of me. A lot of that had to do with a lawnmower in the background, which trust me, you didn't want. As you could tell, like the table, I had a flash going from one side of the table, and then you had the food here, and then the fork, the bend in the fork was facing the dark wall, that wood wall, and I had that whiteboard there. Well, I wanted to the reflections, like if you were to shine a light into that fork, the reflections would have been off where that white panel was, so I needed another bounce card. That's all those white panels are, it's just bounce cards. It's just white foam board you can get at Walmart or anywhere like a craft store. But that light, I ended up hand holding a whiteboard, and that light, when it hit it, I directed that foam board, and the light that came off, it reflected right down onto the fork, which filled in this area. So it actually was, I don't know, it worked really well, and you didn't need to do a whole lot. Now, is that not tasty or what? All you needed was a Godox 8200 Pro or a speed light through some sort of diffuser to soften that light from one side and shoot from above. And all that's going to do is it's going to recreate like a window. And if you've ever shot food, or if you've ever been to a restaurant and you've been like, man, this food looks good right here, and you happen to be sitting by a window, chances are that's why. This shot was super easy, and I've done all this stuff with just lamps or just speed lights with a diffuser, and I've handheld before. I really like the tripod setup. I've invested some money in this, but you don't necessarily need all that gear. You just got to have a way to do the things that you want to do. And there's very little Lightroom edits after this. So pay attention to texture, pay attention to elements. You want elements that make sense, like you want limes to go in the shot, and salt. Lime and salt go really hand in hand with making these fajitas, right? So, I don't know, just think outside the box. All right, guys, if you got so much out of this and you learned something, would you please smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ding that bell? That would mean a lot to me as I really try to pump out this content for you guys. And if you can't tell, I think I finally have everything set up that I want for the studio here. It's taken me a while, but I have my key light here, and I have a few lights back over here. And yeah, this is it. This is all my stuff. So anyway, maybe I'll take you on a tour sometime. Drop a comment below. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing, what you love to shoot, and what kind of food you like to eat. I love food. I love photographing food. I think I'll stop talking your ear off now. Later.